The one and only Mary Black. Good morning.
Hi Neil, how are you?
Stay well away from me, I have the man flu.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I see you're doing it like everyone else. Get over it. Listen, what's it like singing this guy's music? Well, song after song after song.
You know, the joy that these songs have brought me over the years is just countless. Every time, and I never tire of Jimmy's songs. It's a strange thing. They have that sort of, just stay with me. But what I love too is that the audiences really, really sing along with a lot of Jimmy's songs. Bright Blue Rose, I find there's young girls coming in groups now, girls that were probably brought up through their parents on my music and then, you know, drifted away and did their thing as their teenagers do. And now they're coming back in droves in their like mid to late 20s, singing at the tops of their voices. No Frontiers, Katie, Bright Rose, all those songs. And I suppose coming from the Black family, I really love that. I love that sort of circular feling of everybody
it's being in your own family musically as well.
Well, it does.
You rare serious talent.
That's right. And you know, and I was at the Coronas there on Sunday night, and like that they sing every song as well. I love the Irish audiences. They're just so good, you know.
Yeah. But you look at all of his material on one album, and for you it was Katie, wasn't it? I know there were all of the others.
Yeah, well, Katie was my first big hit.
And then you did lots of other ones on lots of different albums.
Well, then there was a few on each album maybe, and you know, No Frontiers. People often ask me about the song that like brought me to a broader audience, and No Frontiers, I would say, without a doubt.
Okay.
It was the title track of the album, and
can you tell when someone presents you with a song like that?
Well, I remember clearly the day that Jimmy came into my house and sat in my kitchen with the guitar and singing No Frontiers to me for the first time. I can see it still now, and I remember being rooted to the spot, thinking, "Oh my God, I love this song," and you just get the shivers. And when it happens to me, then I hope that when I do it, it'll happen to the listeners, and I think it has done.
Yeah.
It's the songs. Yeah. I mean, this album is a homage to him. It's a tribute to it.
How did it come about?
He rang me.
Did he?
Believe me. Yeah.
I've had a great idea, girl.
Yeah, he said, "What do you think of doing an all?" In fact, he had the title and all, Mary Black Sings Jimmy Mac. And I straight away, I was delighted with the idea. He said he had some new songs. He wanted me to hear them. And we went down to Kilkenny to his place, and we spent a lovely day with him, Joe and myself, and we went out to dinner that night, and he was in very good form. I'm very excited about the idea.
Did he want to play Mary? Did he want to be part of it?
He didn't know what way he wanted it to be. He loves the way I do the songs. I mean, I was very flattered that he chose me and not someone else. I suppose because I've done so many of the songs down to the years, you know. But he was very flattering too, and he said how much he loved the musicianship and the production, which would be other people's, you know.
He's a bit of a stickler for that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, he loved the way we did things, and so I suppose for that reason and whatever else, he was just really, really excited about the project. So I was too, and we did 4 new tracks for this album. We recorded them there in September.
There Is No Night was one of them.
There Is No Night, and there's
he's done that himself.
He has done it. Yeah, I don't know if it might be on his last album.
Songs Sing Horseman.
But there was a couple of other ones. But he really wanted me to do Mystic Lipstick, which I always associate with Maura O'Connell.
Oh, Christy. I
know
Moore.
Christy did it too, but for me, Christy will excuse me for saying this, but I love Maura's version. And I said to Jimmy, like, I feel that's, you know, can I bring something more to that? And I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give it a shot. He was really insistent.
Okay.
I'd love to hear you do it. And yeah, that was the one he picked out when he sent me a gorgeous text when I sent him the new tracks, the new recorded tracks. And he said, the 2 he picked out actually was What We Came Here For and Mystic Lipstick. They were the 2 that he loved and most. And he was very, very flattering.
Mystic Lipstick is about Ireland?
Yeah. It is, yeah. It's an amazing song, and I did feel like we brought something different to it. Phil Cunningham was the producer, and there's a beautiful tune at the beginning of it and stuff like that. So I felt there was something new.
Now we got No Frontiers, Animal at the Window, There Is No Night, which you did, Love's Last Chance, Bright Blue Rose, Katie, Mystic Lipstick. As I Leave Behind Nadine is a live version with him singing with you. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
You're probably not old enough, Neil, maybe.
Shit. Give me a break, will you?
Well, I tell you, it's way back. I did a programme. It was a series of programmes, and it was all female artists presenting for TV, and it was called She's Got It. Some of your older listeners might remember it. And I invited Jimmy as a guest on the show, and we did Nadine together. It was around the time we had, just recorded Nadine.
You did a verse, and listening to it, all of a sudden he just appears out of nowhere and does a verse.
Yeah, and it was
fabulous.
Because it's a guy-girl thing, we had to change the key, but it's done very nicely. And I think it was lovely. It was him again suggested that lovely duet we did, because he always loved that recording, and we wanted to put Nadine on as well, because it is another one of the big songs, and so it worked out really nicely. We finish off the album with that.
Yeah. Now you touring? I think you are.
I'm starting my annual Irish tour in February in the Opera House.
So popular you've had to put on a second night.
Yeah, well, we just found out that the 16th of February is sold out, so we've announced the 15th, which is going on sale apparently on Friday.
Well, I'll tell you what, make a nice Christmas gift if somebody were short of a stocking filler or two.
Or Valentine's Day is just the day before, and other nice, yeah.
How are you with all of the travelling? No bother to you?
Well, I'm cutting right back on the broad, travelling abroad. I've been doing my Last Call tour for the last 2 or 3 years around the world.
The farewell tour, part 3.
And, we did a part 2 in America because it's such a blooming big country, and I've been travelling there since the early 80s. So, I had so many places to go. You couldn't do it in one trip. So I had a part 2 on that. But that's it. I think it's more or less it now. I might do the odd festival here or there, or, an interesting project.
Do you pick
that
and
would
choose
take me away. Yeah, I'm definitely cutting back on the travelling. But I love Ireland. I could never give up singing. Well, I may well have to do it at some stage, but I'm not ready for
that. Voice is in great nick. Are you going to have a band with you for this, yeah? I
have my band. Bill Shanley from Clonakilty is my guitar player, has been for the last 20 years. We have Nick Scott on bass, Richie Buckley on saxophone, and
I'm not pinning you to all of the lineup. I didn't know whether you were doing solo or with
Cork contingent in there anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, difficult as it all is to pick a second track. I left you pick the tracks this morning. It's your album. It's your ball.
Thank you for that. Sometimes people don't actually ask me, but
we're not antsy down here on Lee's side.
Well, it's nice to do a little bit of old and new, and I felt it'd be nice to give Katie a little airing, as it is one of my favourite Jimmy songs.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's great to see you. Yeah. I'm going to give away a couple of albums, and I might be so bold as to give away a couple of tickets for the gigs in February, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
And wish you well and a happy Christmas.
Yeah, and you too, Neil.
Okay, let's get it. Let's have an ace. Turn the music up. Have a listen to this. You're in for a treat.